Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the simple past, specifically about the use of the verb to be. Hola, en este video vamos a hablar acerca del pasado simple, en particular acerca del uso del verbo to be. The simple past. Use this tense to talk about actions and events that took place in the past and are finished. El pasado simple. Utiliza este tiempo verbal para hablar de acciones y eventos que ocurrieron en el pasado y ya están finalizados. Let's take a look at the following picture. Miremos la siguiente foto. Simple present. The heads are of 4 famous Americans. The first head on the left is Washington. Simple past. They were all presidents of the USA. He was the first American president. Are, were, is, was. Was and wasn't, was not in its long form, are the past tense of am not, is, and isn't. She was a poet. He wasn't happy. Was y wasn't, en su forma larga was not, son el pasado de am not, is e isn't. Were and weren't, were not, in its long form, are the past tense of are and aren't. Were y weren't son el pasado de las formas are y aren't. You were my friend. They weren't married. To form questions, change the order of the subject and be. Was he famous? Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. Were the interviews interesting? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. There was and there were are the simple past forms of there is and there are. There was y there were son la forma del pasado simple que toman la construcción there is y there are. Hay para singular, hay para plural. Había, habían. This is another use that we can give to the verb to be in the simple past. Este es otro uso que podemos darle al verbo to be en el pasado simple. There was a beautiful painting at the museum. There were many questions in the test. Was there a beautiful painting at the museum? Yes, there was. No, there wasn't. Were there many questions in the test? Yes, there were. No, there weren't. We often use was and were with past time expressions. We can use last plus noun and noun plus ago. Last night, last month, last year. 2 or 4 days, weeks, months, years ago. We can use on and in to talk about a specific date, and in the plus time to talk about a longer period of time. On Monday, on May 17, in January, in 1983, in the early late 1800s, in the early late 1980s. We use yesterday or yesterday plus morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening to talk about the day before today. Solemos utilizar was y were con expresiones de tiempo pasado. Podemos utilizar la palabra last más un sustantivo o un sustantivo más la palabra ago. Last night, last month, last year. Ayer a la noche, el mes pasado, el año pasado. 2, 4 days, weeks, months, years ago. Hace 2 días, hace 4 días, hace 2 semanas, hace 2 meses o 2 años. Utilizamos on para hablar de los días de la semana y también de las fechas, lo cual incluye el mes y el número. Utilizamos in para hablar de los meses del año y también de las fechas cuando nos referimos solamente al año. Por ejemplo, 1983. Y usamos in the cuando nos vamos a referir a un periodo de tiempo un poco más largo. En el 1800. En los 80. This is all for now. Stay tuned for our next video on the simple past. Eso es todo por ahora. Manténgase conectado y nos vemos en el próximo video acerca del pasado simple.